An Indian student was killed in the shelling in Ukraine's Kharkiv. This as New Delhi is urging Moscow and Kyiv to secure the safe passage for the nearly 12,000 stranded nationals. Naveen Shekharappa was a 21-year-old medical student from the southern Indian state of Karnataka. The final year medical student at the Kharkiv National Medical University, Naveen is said to have headed out for food when the missiles struck Kharkiv. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has now spoken to the father of Naveen Shekharappa. Earlier in a tweet, the Ministry of External Affairs had confirmed the unfortunate news of the death of the Indian student, conveying deepest condolences to the family members. The ministry spokesperson also said that the Foreign Secretary is calling in the ambassadors of Russia as well as Ukraine to reiterate the demand for urgent safe passage for Indian nationals who are still in Kharkiv and cities in other conflict zones. Kharkiv is the second largest city in the country. It is believed to have been one of the Russian military's first strategic targets. It is located over 30 kilometers from the Russian border in the northeast of Ukraine. Russian missile attacks have hit the center of Ukraine's second biggest city, including residential areas and the regional administration building. The city is believed to be home to over 3,000 Indian students, with the second highest number of Indian students after the capital, Kyiv. And our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibul, is with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, take us through the communication that has taken place between the Ministry of External Affairs and the family members. This is an extremely unfortunate development that we got to our viewers early in the day.
Well, I'm standing in front of the Ministry of External Affairs here over Raisina Hill, and a short while ago, the Ukrainian envoy was seen coming out. After that, of course, meeting with the Indian Foreign Secretary, where, of course, strongly India took up the matter with the Ukrainian side. Remember, the Indian side has raised the matter with both the Russians and the Ukrainians regarding giving safe passage to Indian students. Now, of course, the unfortunate development has happened, and this is something that has not only riled up New Delhi, but also angry New Delhi is obviously meeting the envoys, but we can expect more actions. But largely, if you look at what has happened since that development, the Indian Prime Minister has spoken to the father of the deceased student, and also we know that the Indian government is pressing hard under Operation Ganga to bring more Indians back home. Approximately 1,700 Indians are right now in Poland. Many Indians have crossed Romania, Hungary, Slovakia. The Indian External Affairs Minister has spoken to many of their foreign ministers of these countries. In fact, the Indian Prime Minister has spoken to leaders of these countries, including the Slovak leadership. So it is, of course, hectic development. And, of course, the Ministry of External Affairs is buzzing for last few days. And, of course, a lot of active activities over Operation Ganga.
Right, Siddhant Sibul, thanks very much for those updates at this point. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.